Hi everyone, I'm Casey Brucken. I just want to take a second to show you my app that I'm building, Get Insightfully. I'm really excited about it. I'm using Shipped Lovable to kind of help build and develop this app. If you haven't used Lovable before, please check it out. It's a really cool way to do no-code development for those of us that aren't programmers by trade, but have a technical and entrepreneurial spirit to build something cool and solve problems. The problem I'm trying to solve today is, I've used surveys for so many different use cases over the years, product reviews, sentiment analysis, pulse surveys for employee feedback. And the one issue I've always had with surveys is that it's hard to get good quality data that drills beyond just the initial question. Oftentimes I get answers and it basically says, why is that person unhappy with my product? And I'm not asking the right follow-up questions, or I've lost the audience and they're not going to take a second survey. So my thought and my problem statement was to let's solve this problem. Let's use the ability to chat and have kind of dynamic conversations to replace what we typically do with surveys. So no longer using static data or questions that are kind of pre-planned out and really inflexible, but kind of using more intent and what information do you want to draw out of your users and go have a conversation with them. So this is a prototype I'm currently building. It's called Get Insightfully. It really tries to do exactly that by using natural chat conversations to really drill down and find out what you want to know. So quickly, I'll show you the dashboard just to kind of give you a sense of what this looks like. I've got a test user here named Thomas, or Taylor Thomas, who's built a few kind of surveys. We got an engagement pulse survey, a net promoter score survey that's been built. Let me go look at the engagement pulse survey for a second, and if I just go click on manage here, you can see kind of what goes into it. It's you name your thing, you kind of ask what kind of how long of a survey do you want to do. It's because it's how long do you want to engage with the audience, and then you pretty much tell it what do you want to accomplish. You want to survey internal employees to get their feeling of what they're doing. You have the option to put and ask for very specific questions like they've done here, or you could just leave it at that and let the survey decide what questions to ask to kind of for or employee sentiment and employee feeling. If you have a knowledge source you want to upload that's kind of like specific to the question, like let's say a product roadmap that you're building, you can upload that here as well. You can change the appearance and customize it, especially if you have a custom logo or whatever it might be. And then you deploy it. And once you deploy it, it looks just like this. So it's engagement pulse. It pops up this chat survey. You can embed it wherever you need to as well. And it just lets you start to naturally engage with it. So rate, this statement, how enthusiastic are you for a company? Let's say I'm 5, I'm really excited. It's going to quickly, think and understand, and it's going to follow up if it's going to be a bad answer. Somebody give me the bad answer. At work, I'm clearly understand what's expected of me. No, not at all. I think it's terrible. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. And here, it's really done exactly what, why. Why are you feeling that way? Lack of goal setting, right? And this just gives you a sense of kind of how it's going to engage, and then it's going to move on, right, to your next questions. And you can see kind of a progress bar here that helps people identify, where am I in the survey, how quickly we're wrapping up here. But the cool thing, right, the biggest thing I love about this is, yes, it's a cool chat, it's a cool way to do it, but the analytics that you get out of this are really, really insightful. The most basic one is just your response section here that we have, which really talks about key things that pop up. How good of feedback are you getting on your survey? But then the journey or the response journey from each conversation engagement you have. Because think about it, right? It's not a static list of questions. Every journey that people have with your tool and your chat is going to be different and unique, but all trying to get you the same information or the same results, right? But the best version of this is our AI generated insights on this data. It's taking all the feedback that you've gotten, analyzing it, and really asking the question, what's really important that's coming out of it, and how engaged is your audience as you're going into it. So we can kind of get completion predictions. If people engage, how likely are they to finish it? What are our key findings? What's the sentiment coming out of it? Are we having good conversations? Where can we improve maybe the flow of our conversation, and some AI suggested any adjustments we can make to our prompt to make it even better. Exactly kind of how engaged are users as they're going through the survey. Do we have any challenging responses, and then recommended actions you can take, right? So all of this is way more insightful than I typically ever got from static survey tools. It goes way above and beyond that, and and I'm really excited to kind of build this, and I'm looking for your input. So if you're excited for it, if you want to try it, if you want to be one of the early adopters, early users to demo test this, or kind of be one of our first to come on, we're going to do some promotions. We're going to do some early access discount codes. Just ping me, let me know, message me right in the DM, and if you're interested, I'd love to hear from you. So thank you very much.